I'm Rachel Klem. I'm a director with University Theater. I'm directing the production of Argo, a virtual voyage of Jason and the Argonauts. So it's based on Jason and the Argonauts, and it's a story of Jason who is set with a task to go and get the golden fleece from a faraway land. And so he gathers a bunch of heroes together and calls them the Argonauts, and they sail away to the farthest that any human has ever sailed from their vantage point. And they meet Medea, who's an enchantress. She's a magician, and they get the fleece and come home. And it's all about it's about the journey. It's about getting there, and then the journey coming home, which actually took them 3 times longer than getting to where they went. So we went through a really long process of determining what we could and couldn't do. There was another play we were planning to do called Almost Maine, and it's a story about couples getting together, and it was no way to do that with the pandemic. So we had 2 shows planned for this semester. That was the first show of this semester, and so we nixed that one. And then this one just kept changing. At first it was going to be Mary Zimmerman's play, but we were going to, just have little sections on stage where the actors, so they wouldn't move, but they'd all be in the same room together. And then we realized they couldn't be in the same room together. And we started talking about doing an outdoor performance with it. And then that seemed to be too cumbersome. And so then the other thing about this woman who I work with on the script is that she also develops audio plays. So we started thinking about how could we work with 1 or 2 actors at a time, give them an experience, give them some learning, room to learn. So we decided to go ahead and work with the actors as voice actors. And then the other part, the visual virtual part, sort of came as a second idea. So yeah, we started with we're going to do a regular stage production, and we just kept cutting back to see what the real essence of teaching students about acting, or teaching students about theater or production. I mean, now we're learning all sorts of things. Like, I just trained myself on Adobe Premiere this past weekend. So we're all growing our skills in different ways. I think the biggest obstacles for this virtual journey has been the learning curve. We're all doing things that we've never done before, and so there's stress in that, and I think there's fear in that. But that's kind of the great challenge about it, is that you get to overcome something. So as we were doing in person, the students would come 1 at a time to our theater, where we had, socially distanced, and they had a microphone. And then once they got to their microphone, they took off their masks, and we would record them all separately. So I just kept telling the students, look, I've never done this before either. So don't be nervous. Don't feel like you have to do it right, because we don't know what it is. So, so the challenge of doing something new was there, but also the fact that we had students come in 1 at a time. Our sound engineer, Kevin Wright, had to take, literally each line and edit that together to create this, the dialogue for the play. We did have 2 students come in every once in a while and do some dialogue. But so the big challenge was then taking all this audio and compiling it into one piece, one project. I think it's really important. I think that when in times in good times that people really take entertainment for granted, that they the amount of consumption that we as Americans do around entertainment is really high. And unfortunately, the arts are not valued in in the way that they should be. So, artists are often, undervalued in a lot of ways. And I can only hope that extreme experience like this helps people to be more aware of how important the arts are. Music, visual, dramatic art, Netflix, all of it is art, and we consume it so much, but, again, take it for granted. And now that there's a lot of ways that we can't get together and make art, I hope people, non-artists, might be feeling that importance. And I know that the students, part of the reason that I sort of, so we haven't talked about the second aspect of the concept, which is that we have this audio play, but now we have visual artists who are building visual components to go with it. And each student has about 21 students who are participating in that. We had 24 students who acted, and we have 21 students who are creating visual elements. And so we sort of crowdsourced the visual elements. They're doing like 3 minutes each. And the idea behind that was that as artists, we also crave to make art. Like we can't stop. That's being an artist, you have, you feel compelled to create. So especially after the 6th month where, you're not really getting to get together and do your collaborative stuff, to be able to have something to sink your creative teeth into, I think has been a real gift for these students. And I hear from them that they really, and all my artist friends, that I need something to work on. So that was part of the idea behind this, crowdsourcing the virtual stuff, was to give some artists something to do. We just decided yesterday our drop date is November 7th. That's our virtual drop date, probably at 7:30, because that's our start time for most of our shows. Although I think that if it's virtual, people can watch it when they want or listen to it when they want. Let's see what else. I think, and we're see, this is all new. Again, we're back in this place where I don't really know. I think it's going to be put on our University Theater YouTube channel, and people can just go to the channel and watch it. I hope that if people are watching it and they like it, they can think about supporting University Theater by coming and working with us or taking classes with us, or different things like that. So hopefully people will get to know us a little bit through this adventure that we've created.